Okay, hi everyone. This video is to help you with section 10.6, which is talking about redox reactions. So I'm just going to go through a few key points. If you were gone, you can look at the things that I've highlighted in the book and highlight them and write them down. Okay, so in this section we're talking about reactions that transfer electrons. Sometimes these make electricity, and we'll talk about how that works. Okay, electricity is just moving electrons through a wire. Before that, though, we need to know a few vocabulary words. So we have oxidation, which is losing electrons, and then we have reduction, which is gaining electrons. And I have a good mnemonic to help you remember this. Okay, it's oil rig. So O-I-L-R-I-G. And the letters stand for things. So O is for oxidation, I is for is, L is for loss, R is for reduction, I is for is again, and then G is for gain. So oil rig, oxidation is loss, reduction is gain. That can help you remember that. Now, it sounds a little counterintuitive that reduction is gaining something, but you have to remember electrons are negative. So if you gain an electron, you're going to become more negative. That's why we call it being reduced. If you're oxidized, if you lose electrons, you will become more positive. One of the important things that you need to be able to do in this section is look at an equation like this and tell or answer which thing is oxidized and which thing is reduced. So let's look at zinc, which is Zn. There is no charge listed for zinc, so we assume that it has no charge, that it's neutral. Its charge is 0. It reacts, and then over here it has a 2+ charge. So zinc became more positive. That means that it lost electrons, because losing electrons makes you more positive, so it was oxidized. Zinc was oxidized. Silver, however, starts out as a positive, and then it becomes a 0. So it became more negative, which means it gained an electron. It was reduced. In these equations, one thing is going to be oxidized and one thing is going to be reduced. You cannot have two things being reduced or two things being oxidized. You have to have an oxidation and a reduction. Okay, let's just look at one more example up here on this page. Okay. Also, if you put those two words together, a chemical reaction where you have both an oxidation and a reduction happening, which is almost always, is called a redox reaction. Okay, so let's look at these two equations. Okay, one of these is an oxidation, one of them is a reduction. Right here, silver is positive, and over here it's a 0. It has become more negative, so it has gained electrons. And that's what this reaction is showing you. These two E negative things right there, those are electrons. So it's showing you that silver is gaining 2 electrons. It's being reduced. Right here, I have copper. It's a 0. And now it's a 2+. That means it's become more positive. So it has lost electrons. So it's been oxidized. Okay, so those are the two halves. If I were to put those together, I would write something like this. Ag plus Cu goes to Cu2 plus Ag. Okay, that is the whole oxidation reduction reaction. So silver is reduced, copper is oxidized, and here they've just split it up. So if you see something like this on a quiz, you'll know if the electrons are on the left, it's being reduced. If they're on the right, it's being oxidized. Okay, I'm going to stop this video right now, and I'm going to start a new video and explain a little bit about batteries. So if you need some help with batteries, keep watching, or watch the next video.